guys, finally I'm back with week 1 of 2017. It's only May, but I'm finally doing my 2017 album, and that's all good. I wish I was doing a little bit sooner because I am quite a bit behind. I do have a few videos or a few weeks that I have done that I have to still edit, but I am, yeah, quite far behind. I don't know where I'm at, but I'm only at like a couple weeks into the year. But that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. I'll be able to catch up. I have a crop coming up here in the middle of June, and I will be taking my project life with me and hopefully getting at least a couple weeks done during that day crop. But anyway, you also see that I'm doing a little bit of different format of editing or videotaping, if you want to call it. Um, I do have the layout on the left, as you obviously can see, and I have the card on the right. I experimented with this because I was trying to do the best of both worlds where you saw the individual card, but you also saw the overall layout as well. I do week 1 and week 2 like this, and I just end up really not liking it. It was just experimenting to see, and I end up on week 3 going back to just seeing that full size up close card. So if you guys are wondering, and for those that really like that up close card, that is what I end up doing. It's just going to take me this week and next before I decide that I just really like the close-up view a lot better. So like I said, this is week 1. I am working with the Snow and Cocoa line mostly. This is the same line that I used in my December daily, and I had some leftovers. So I wanted to use them up on this first page because it had a kind of a winter theme. So I'm just kind of using the cards and the paper and the chipboard elements from that line to make my week 1. So also in that's not December, but 2017, I decided to no longer use my Collect app, at least for printing my photos. I did really, really like the Collect app, except I didn't like having the photos in that format. I wanted to embellish my photos, and because the photos are really small when you use the Collect app, I just didn't feel like I could embellish those photo cards as much. So I decided to use the Collect app to still do my journaling and to store my photos and things like that, so I can kind of keep track of what's happening week to week, especially since I'm so far behind. But printing wise, I'm printing like more of a full size photo, or a full size 4x6 or 3x4 photo. And so far I'm really liking this. I'm going to see how it goes. Using the Collect app, it was much more efficient, so I'd be able to very quickly print my photos. So that part of the process is taking a lot longer, but I'm going to see how it goes. I really like how it looks better, and yeah, I don't know. The photo processing part is my least favorite part of Project Life, and organizing them and figuring out what photos to go where. So that's kind of a bummer, but so far I'm just going to stick with this. Halfway through the year that it is now, if I find that it's just not working, I may end up switching back. I just don't know yet. That's kind of what I'm going with though, because I just do like this look. The other thing you're going to notice is I am doing a lot of my journaling on the typewriter or the computer and cutting out the strips. I do really like that. I kind of have a love-hate relationship because it does take some time. What I found in these first couple of videos, or these first couple of taping of the first couple of weeks, is that it's really boring to watch me add those strips of paper on for the journaling. So later on, as I go through the weeks, what I started doing is I have cut all the journaling strips out and applied those to the cards before I start filming, or at least most of them before I start filming, and then it keeps you guys from having to watch me glue those strips of paper down. So that's something else. But I do really like how this looks, and I use the journaling strips on most of the photos because I do like that. But in some cases, when I don't have my computer, I didn't or do my typing ahead of time, I have hand wrote my journaling as well. So that's kind of the plan for this year, is using the journaling strips, using the more full-size photos. And oh, I didn't mention too, on the title card, I'm going to be using a very simple title card, at least from the standpoint of what week it is and the days. I'm going to use my typewriter to say week, number or whatever, and then the date range. So that's all going to be in a typewriter font. So I'm going to keep that consistent throughout the album. Last year I used all letter stickers or thickers, and this year I'm going to be mixing it up a bit. I just wanted to try something different. I was getting a little bored with the same old, and that's kind of why I've changed up so many things in my process. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video still and you like my process. So like I said, make sure you guys give me your comments below so I kind of know what your thoughts are on this new way of doing my Project Life layouts. And yeah, so let me get back to the page. I've done quite a bit of stuff. Hopefully most of it was self-explanatory, but I am taking my Wink of Stella pen right now and I'm just glittering up a few things. On this one I'm just coloring in the middle snow, and then I also added that glitter on the snowflake at the top. So there's a staple there and I'm going to staple it down so I mimic that same staple that's there, except I have a bigger stapler that I want to use because the staple on the card is bigger, and I just like how that just gives that extra dimension, and I thought that was cute, so I kept that card simple. I'm adding this little row of mountains. I wasn't anywhere near mountains, but I thought, you know, it's kind of wintry looking, so I'll add that to the bottom, and I'll end up adding some chipboard snowflakes on that card in a little bit. I absolutely love this frame. It's gold glitter and it's so pretty, so I'm going to add that to this card, and then I'm going to add that little birdie. I love the little birds in the Snow and Cocoa line. They're so freaking cute. So I want to make sure I end up using those on my layout. So I'm going to end up popping him up a bit because I do have that frame and he's going to kind of sit on the left side of the frame. So I'm going to add a little bit of foam to the background here and then add some glue. And I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but I highly recommend, if you use this fun foam, not to rely on the glue that is part of the fun foam. So if you have the self-adhesive fun foam, I would definitely recommend that you always add additional glue to it. I have had a lot of the fun foam where I peeled off the backing and it's not even sticky, so I really am concerned that later on down the line, as I'm looking at my pages in my book, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff falling off my pages. So definitely make sure you're adding a little extra glue for a reinforcement, kind of like you do for like the chipboard letters or the thickers, because they don't end up sticking. So I recommend definitely adding a little bit of liquid glue, or some of the dry glues work. The liquid glue seems to work better for me. I think it just kind of depends on what surface you're using, but that is my recommendation if you are using that fun foam. I absolutely love these puffy stickers, so I'm going to add the word winter here on top of this little banner, and just a picture of my husband's car after it snowed one morning when I woke up. And so yeah, I'm just kind of going around trying to figure out what puffy stickers should go where. And like I said, these puffy stickers are so much fun. I love the puffy stickers they're coming out with now. They're kind of like a velvety feel to them, and they're cool. I could like play with them all day long. They're just so much fun. So I'm just adding some journaling strips to this card at the bottom left. It's just kind of a what is it called? Filler card that has some journaling on it, and then I'm adding some strips here and there, just kind of to journal what the cards are about or what the pictures are about. So here is where I'm going to add in those chipboard snowflakes, and this is pretty much going to wrap up my layout. I think I'm going to show you some close-ups, and I am going to add some black outlining around the filler cards, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So definitely let me know in the comments below if you're liking this format, or not this format, but like this look. This new way of doing my Project Life with the full-size pictures and stuff. And like I said, starting on week 3, you'll see that I'm going to be doing more close-up shots of the cards. And I don't know, I just really like that a lot better. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that aspect better too. It seems like from the feedback I have, that's kind of what you guys were liking the most, I guess. So anyway, have a great day, and here are some close-ups here in just a second. Bye!